Hi, NTA Sharks. I want to say hello as we finish up our outdoor season at Old Willow this Friday. We want to thank our outdoor partners, Centennial Family Aquatic Center and the Wilmette Park District, as well as Old Willow Club. Would not have been able to get this far without you, and we really appreciate the time and dedication that you've given us to help keep our kids in the water and make sure our athletes have an opportunity to swim. We also want to thank our other partners, Loyola Academy, Our Lady of Perpetual Help, the JCC, and the Baker Demonstration School. Again, we've been very fortunate in our ability to work with a bunch of different facilities throughout the past few months to make sure that our athletes stay in the water. We're also very, very thankful for New Trier High School and their commitment to try to get our athletes back in the water as soon as possible. We're not there yet, but we know it's coming. This week we are doing a video newsletter or a video email because I wanted you guys to make sure that you knew that we're dedicated and focused to what we're trying to do for our athletes. We've got 4 pieces of this video. They're each going to be about a minute long. The first is safety. Second, we're going to talk a little bit about events. Third, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Hour of Power. If you have any questions, as always, please don't hesitate to contact us and we will get back to you as fast as we can. Thanks so much, and frenzy forward. First up is safety. We've got a lot of things to talk about with regards to safety. Right now, our community is unfortunately experiencing a bit of a spike in COVID cases. So I want to reiterate the importance of making sure that you're masked up, taking the time to be socially distant, and washing your hands. When you're hanging out with people in a closed environment, please make sure you're taking every precaution to keep not just yourself safe, but your family and your community safe. While we want to make the safest area possible for our athletes in our practices, we can only do that with your help. We want to also talk about a couple of drop-off locations that have changed. Pickup at OLPH is now on the south side of the facility. So make sure you're parking on the south side of the parking lot so our athletes don't have to cross the entire parking lot. That puts them in a little bit of, unsafe situation at times. And at the JCC, we are returning to dropping off at the front of the facility. So please make sure that you're making that adjustment as we move colder and we change that drop-off point. I know that a lot of us are new to the program. We do have some new athletes that have joined us in the past week or so. Please make sure that you attend a safety training. The next one is going to be next Monday, and it's all online, so it's super easy. And make sure that you're filling out the waivers for our program before you come to your first practice, or we won't let you on the pool deck. And then lastly, this weekend is Halloween. We want to remind all of our athletes that even though masks are something that we tend to associate with Halloween, they're even more important this weekend. We want to make sure that 14 days from now, our team is still in the water and competing and getting ready for some really cool stuff. That's when we've got the Hour of Power. We want to be ready to do that. So please take the time to make sure you're making safe choices as you celebrate the holiday weekend. All right, events. So we've got a couple of events coming up. First is a little bad news. We are going to pull the OLPH inter-squad meet that is scheduled for the week before Thanksgiving off the schedule for right now. We think that we can do a little bit better job in terms of safety if we address it on a weekend situation and look more at what each individual group needs in order to be successful. So look for those to come back in December, probably in a weekend setting. Second, we are going to still be holding the Loyola meet. If you are interested in timing, this meet is going to be for our advanced and performance level groups only at this point. If you are interested in timing, we are going to be looking for timers. However, there are some thresholds that we have to have. You must become a non-athlete of USA Swimming, pass a background check, and take the athlete protection training for USA Swimming. We are more than happy to help you do this, and it's super simple. Second, water polo, we are looking at over Thanksgiving having a special water polo tournament just for our athletes on our team. While we wish we could scrimmage against other programs, right now we can only do in-house work. Laszlo and his team are working really hard to come up with something cool for all of our athletes to participate in. And then lastly, next month we are going to be integrating Q&As with each of our groups. We're going to have one start off the month with a D and novice group Q&A, where athletes and parents can ask questions of the coaches. do a little get to know you exercise, and have some fun just kind of learning a little bit more about the team. The second week will be our A groups, third week our junior groups and water polo, fourth week will be our senior groups. Again, this will be a great opportunity where you can kind of get to know the coaches that are working with your athletes and spend some time with other people in your group in a virtual setting. These will be all Zoom settings, and those will be added to the Google Calendar in the next week, so keep an eye out for those. And I hope to see you there. Next up, let's talk about Thanksgiving. We already talked about how we're going to be putting a water polo tournament on that weekend, which I'm super excited about. We're really lucky that our community partners at OLPH, Baker, JCC, and Loyola Academy especially have really stepped up to help us be able to provide something for our athletes at this time. As we know, travel restrictions in Cook County are tough. There are 33 states currently on the travel restriction list, and it seems like a new one gets added every day. And I know how hard that is. I wish I could go see my family in North Carolina. My sister just had a baby, and I'd love to see her on something other than Zoom. But that's not the case this year. So, in lieu of seeing my family, I'm looking forward to spending Thanksgiving with the NTA family. We're going to be offering a bunch of swim practices and opportunities like the water polo tournament throughout the weekend, and we're looking forward to seeing your athletes there. If you have any questions as we go through that, please let us know. And while we're on the topic of travel, if you travel and you're going to a state that's on the restricted list, please let the coaches know and take the 14 days out. I know this is a hard restriction and it's tough and we feel like it's unfair. But we want to protect our community, protect our coaches, and protect our environment so that we're able to keep our team going, not just for the next 2 weeks, but for the entire season. Again, if you have questions about the travel plan or the travel restrictions and how we implement that within NTA, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm more than happy to have a conversation and see what we can do that's going to be best for your athlete. All right, I would like to talk and close out with some information on the most impactful thing that we do here at NTA, and that is participate in the Ted Mullen Hour of Power Relay. This relay was founded in memory of a young man who used to be a part of our program named Ted Mullen. Ted was a great young man, and from the stories I've heard, definitely someone that embodies everything that you could ever want in an individual. Unfortunately, he passed away while attending Carleton College as a result of pediatric sarcoma. The Hour of Power Relay was born to raise money for pediatric sarcoma research, specifically at the University of Chicago, which has one of the top pediatric cancer research environments in the country. We're really proud to be one of the largest contributing members of this organization, and we take great pride in the fact that we're able to continue that this year in the week that nationwide the Hour of Power usually takes place, that second week in November. This year it's going to be over a weekend, November 14th and 15th, because we've got to observe some social distancing requirements. Each group will have its own hour, and you're either going to be swimming continuously, participating in a shootout, or maybe just having a little bit of fun. We're looking forward to having just an opportunity to spend some time giving back. I think sometimes in our darkest days, and when things feel kind of rough and kind of crummy, the best thing we can do is do something for other people. And this is one of those things as a team family, we can really contribute to others. Everybody can participate, whether you raise money or not. Everyone who participates will get a commemorative cap, courtesy of our partnership with TIER. And we are also looking forward to offering some really great prizes and incentives as we go along the way for our top earners. Keep an eye out for those. Fundraising is going to open right after this gets sent out, so keep an eye out. And we've already had a donation of $1,000 to kick it off. So let's get going. Let's work together. Do what sharks do best. Frenzy up, create a storm, and make great things happen. Again, if there's anything you have any questions about, we're here to help you and make this a great opportunity for your athletes. Thanks again. Go Sharks.